Joining us now to talk further about the Clemens case is legal analyst Michael Coyne from the Massachusetts School of Law, sports fan, legal man. Michael, I'm not an attorney, but I think based on what Kelly reported and what we've seen and read, there was not very good lawyering going on here. What's your take?
No, it was very bad lawyering, whether it was as a result of sloth or stupidity or just pure arrogance. The government never should have done what it did, and I think the judge is right. A first-year law student or any law student would not have made the mistake that the government made in this case.
But sometimes the prosecution has to push the envelope a little bit. But then the judge called it out on that and said, don't go there again. Isn't that kind of like being in the rough and instead of just wedging out in the fairway, going for the green and knocking one out of bounds?
Well, that's a great analogy. I mean, here they were warned once to not try and go where the judge had ruled what would be inadmissible evidence. They then, with what I think was a very important witness as well, tried to bolster Andy's credibility before it had been attacked. Judge had already ruled that would be inadmissible as well. And so now the question becomes, does this rise to the level of bad faith such that double jeopardy would bar a re-prosecution of Roger?
Okay, so we're looking at a couple more steps. Rusty Hardin is going to file the motion for double jeopardy. How long does that take?
We're probably looking at a month or so.
And then the prosecution has a chance to respond to that?
A few more weeks.
And then we get to September 2nd.
September 2nd is when the fireworks will happen. And Hardin and Roger's other attorneys will argue that double jeopardy, the Fifth Amendment, precludes a retrial of Roger since it was as a result of the government's bad faith in making such an egregious error.
Okay, so the bottom line is we've got a ways to go now, don't we?
We'll wait till September and see what happens then.
Okay, see you then. Thank you so much, Michael. All right, here's a recap of just where we've been and how we got to this situation. Wrapping up, the judge in the case, Reggie Walton, declared a mistrial this morning. The case against Roger Clemens goes back to December 2007 when he was named in the Mitchell report. February 2008, Clemens appeared before a House committee and denied ever having used steroids or HGH. August 2010, he was indicted on charges of perjury, and today a mistrial in the case was declared.